And so I was kind of confronted with this choice. Like, do I accept the offer from Cartoon Network and make Larry and Steve as essentially a kids show? Or do I take a gamble on a Fox pilot that I would have to essentially animate myself for very little money? But if the payoff comes, it's big.
Apparently.
Yeah. Yeah. And
wow.
And so I chose to take the gamble.
What year was this?
This was probably, it's probably like 97.
When did Family Guy air? Like officially?
It aired, it premiered after the Super Bowl in January of 99, I think.
Wow. And then it got picked up?
Wouldn't it be funny if that was wrong?
That would be hilarious. We should actually, we'll do a fact check.
Yeah,
on
do
that
a fact
later.
check.
Everybody on the internet's going to freak out.
Put a little like pop-up video cut. You remember that show, Pop-Up Video?
Definitely not.
Okay.
I'm a lot younger than you.
Okay.
So that's a joke. That's fact. No, I'm just kidding. So
this is way rougher on my esophagus than yours is on yours.
Well, you haven't seen my esophagus. You should have seen me 2020.
Haven't I, Bobby?
Yes.
This library, this home, you don't think I've seen your esophagus.
There's a lot of cameras in here. Wow, man. So yeah, it gets picked up. And how many seasons did you do before it got canceled? Because it did get canceled.
It did get, we did 2 seasons.
Wow, and that's then, it?
Yeah, we did 2 seasons.
So 99, 2000, and then it was...
And then it was gone. 2001. No, because 2000... Wait a minute. This is...
Are you sure it was only 2 seasons?
Because season 3... No, you're right. It was 3 seasons.
3 seasons.
Yeah.
And then...
If it were earlier in the day, I would have...
See, I look like I could definitely wear your skin because I know a lot about what I'm talking about. So
3 seasons.
3 seasons
yes.
gets canceled.
Yep.
How many years before it got picked back up?
That's right, because season 4... Yeah, okay. Wow, it's happened. It's finally happened. I knew it was coming, and now it's here. Yeah, it was 3 seasons.
Okay.
And then, no, I'm just realizing like that's something that should have been on the tip of my tongue. So it got canceled. It was off the air for 2 years.
Just the tip.
Just the tip. Off the air for 2 years. And during that time, this is how long ago it was, DVD sales of television shows became a thing. And DVD sales...
astronomical.
Yeah, a Family Guy through the roof. And at the same time, Adult Swim, which was around at that point, was airing reruns of Family Guy, which were doing very well.
And that's where you did that, sorry to interrupt you, that's where you did the skit, right? Where you were like,
yes,
I'm Seth MacFarlane.
That's right. Exactly. That was for Adult Swim.
For sure.
And and between those 2 things, it became clear to, and I'd done other things. I'd written on a show called The Pits during that intermediate time in which I met Alex Sulkin and Wellesley Wild, who I wrote Ted with, and I wrote our Western with, and Alec now runs Family Guy.
Amazing.
So cancellation was a good thing in some ways. And I got called into Fox and they said, listen, we want to kind of, and I quote, sneak this thing back into production. And I was like, I can't believe this is happening. I thought this was dead. I thought this was gone.
So are you like ecstatic?
I was very excited.
Wow.
I was very excited.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Because I'd tried a couple things in between and hadn't really found anything that worked because it just felt unfinished.
And then American Dad came out when?
American Dad, funny story about American Dad, we created American Dad while we thought Family Guy was dead.
Oh, whoa.
So I did not intend, nor did I desire to have 2 shows, 2 animated shows on the air at the same time.
Now you have like a billion, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, I figured out the
algorithm.
The algorithm.
You got it.
Right. How to delegate.
All right.
But so we created American Dad as a response to what now seems like ancient history to Bush era politics and
Bush
post 9/11 paranoia.
I love that word.
Yeah, it's a good word. What movie is that from?
I don't fucking know.
Son of a bitch. You like that word, don't you? Yeah, it's a good word.
What is that?
That's Henry Fonda in On Golden Pond. You ever seen that movie?
When did that come out?
It was 1981.
Oh, right. 81. Got it.
81? Whoa, see, there it is. We found something.
I'm busting your balls.
On Golden Pond. Great theme by Dave Grusin.
So wait, what year?
What?
What year? American
Dad was, I think, what is it, 2005
or 6?
4?
4. Wow.
Yeah.
Wait.
2004. We may have started production in 2004. It may have premiered in 2005.
So you're telling me that Family Guy got canceled around 2001-ish.
No, that was a mistake. And we've established that was a mistake.
Okay, wait. Well, then when was it? When was it?
I already told you I haven't had a drink in 3 weeks.
All right, whatever.
Family Guy got pulled off the air probably closer to 2002.
Okay.
So between 2003
So you're telling me within 2 years,
Yeah.
they redo Family Guy and then go, let's give you another show.
Yep.
That
Yep.
is,
Yep.
and you must be just ecstatic.
Yeah, at the time I was not ecstatic about the 2 shows at once. I was overwhelmed. I was like, how in the world am I going to do this?
I couldn't imagine that.
And the first week, I remember our offices on Wilshire, I was sprinting back and forth down this long hallway between the 2 writers' rooms, trying to do it all. And it quickly became clear that that was just not practical. And so I said to Matt Weitzman and Mike Barker, the 2 writers that I co-created American Dad with, guys, I think I'm going to focus on getting Family Guy back on its feet. Take over.
Wow.
And it was my first lesson in, yeah, you know what? You can delegate, you can hand things off to talented people that you trust. And if they work hard and they're talented, it's going to work. And American Dad did. American Dad is, you know, it developed its own voice, which really has much more to do with the people running that show than it does with me. Like that show is in many ways their
baby.
It's their intellectual. Yeah, it's their baby more than it is mine. They really really care about that show. It's to this day. It's nice to see.